Welcome, Clutter Warrior. Let's talk about mindset again, because so much of what you are attempting to do and doing around getting organized, decluttering your life, is going to be influenced by how you think about, how you feel about, and how you interact with stuff. And I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I'm working right now with a private client who is a hoarder. And I really get to see throughout our sessions together deferred decisions in practice. As we are working together, if she gets overwhelmed, or I should say when she gets overwhelmed, she will grab something either out of my hand or off of a pile. She will look at it, not really read it or examine it in any particular focused way. And then she will set it down rather percussively and abruptly, and just pass it from one side of the room to the other side of the room. And so we're just perpetuating the situation. Now, the antidote to part of that is that I am working with her and I am discarding things faster than she can move them to the other side of the room. But you can see how this just delays the inevitable and perpetuates clutter. So that's one thing that I want to plant as a seed for you to be considering. I'm going to guess and certainly hope that you are not as severe a case as this particular client. And that if you have any mental illness, there's no stigma there or judgment there, but it's a milder form of mental illness that you are in better dialogue with than this particular client is with her pathology. So I want you, but if you are picking things up, looking at them, having a feeling, having a thought, and setting it back down and not doing anything with it, I want to draw your attention to that behavior, particularly if it's an unconscious behavior, so you can start to make a better, smarter, more strategic choice for yourself and get rid of the clutter quicker. Along those lines also is another reframing, which is thinking about clutter as something outside of you. Now, of course, it isn't exactly an extension of you in that you are not the objects that are sitting on your kitchen counter or on the floor next to your bed or on your dining room table, obviously. And at the same time, I think that there is a mindset that somehow clutter is happening outside of you. Sometimes you're possibly also thinking clutter is happening to you. Like, how does this keep happening? Where is this coming from? As if you aren't the agent who is creating it. Again, no judgment there. You don't need to talk shit to yourself about anything and, shame yourself. When you know better, you do better. So here's an opportunity for you to know better and to pay attention to the choices that you're making. And it's really important that you recognize that clutter is not happening to you, that it isn't outside of you, and it isn't beyond your agency. You created it, you can uncreate it, you can dissipate it, you can spread it around, you can put it where it belongs, you can give it a home. And in some cases, that home is not in your home. It is in the recycle bin, it's in the Goodwill bag, it's in the garbage, wherever it's going. It isn't staying in your home anymore. So it's important, I think, also for you to recognize that it isn't happening to you. That's really the takeaway that I want you to get from this is it's not away from you. It is right next to you. And it is a result of your actions or inactions, and possibly the marriage of those two, of the choices that you've made and the choices that you've deferred. Again, anytime any of this feels at all triggering or crops up some sort of a conversation with you where you start to feel bad about the unconscious or semi-conscious choices you have made in the past, this is just an opportunity, an invitation for you to recognize, oh, look, I'm talking garbage to myself again. This is not going to move the conversation forward in any way. It's not going to solve a problem. It's just going to make me feel bad. And then I'm going to take 3 steps away further back and retreat into trying to feel safe and comfortable, instead of recognizing that until the clutter has been addressed, there's no real comfort that is available to you, which doesn't need to be bigger or more dramatic than it sounds. It's not like it needs to become a torture chamber. But if what you're looking for is temporary or, surface comfort, recognize, please, that underlying everything is a low-level hum of discomfort that you can try to dress up or cloud with any number of momentary distractions. But that is one of the consequences. That is one of the costs of the clutter remaining. So the sooner we get rid of the clutter, the sooner that low-level hum under everything will really be quiet, not temporarily quiet, but actually it will cease buzzing. And then you will get real relief, not momentary relief, like, sucking on a lollipop or eating an ice cream or taking a nap or, doing something else, shopping. It will go away. When we talk about freedom, that's the freedom that I'm talking about. It's not the only kind of freedom, but it is one of the kinds of freedoms that I'm talking about, is the freedom from that pesky, relentless hum that is following you around like a lost puppy. And once you get organized, once you declutter your life, that quiets down. And from there, I believe anything is possible. That is it for this episode. I'll look forward to being with you again. Bye for now.